Our first commentary point reviews how to clear intersections. Whether you're approaching, turning, starting up, or going through intersections, your primary objective is to clear the intersection of hazards. You want to scan the driving scene, getting the big picture, looking for any pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcycles, or vehicles, PBMVs that may present a hazard. When starting up at an intersection, you must first look left, forward, right, forward, then left again. By doing this, you clear the first lane of traffic first and last. This makes you aware of the most immediate hazards. Be sure to check your mirrors prior to moving through the intersection. This is to ensure there are no PBMVs trying to pull around or overtake you. There may also be billboards that obstruct your view. Sometimes you may have bicyclists or motorcycles between lanes. Your mirrors help identify all these hazards. You may need to make adjustments to avoid these situations. Remember, when you're approaching, starting up, turning, or going through intersections, you must look left, forward, right, forward, then left again, and check your mirrors. Whether you're going through or turning, you must clear all the PBMVs before you proceed. That's how you get a complete view of your driving scene and clear intersections. Why is it important to clear intersections? Clearing intersections makes you aware of any pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcycles, or vehicles, PBMVs, that may present a hazard. Why do you check the mirrors before you proceed through the intersection? To make you aware of your surroundings. When you clear the intersection, why do you look left, forward, right, forward, and then left again? Because you need to clear that first lane of traffic first and last. Commentary point 2 is when stopped in traffic. Think of it as personal space for your vehicle. When stopped in traffic, there should be a car length of space between you and the vehicle ahead. This gives you plenty of room to maneuver in case the vehicle in front stalls or changes course. Also, if you're hit from behind, that space will reduce the possibility of being pushed into the vehicle in front of you. Generally, you'll know you have the appropriate space cushion if you can see the rear tires of the vehicle in front of you. Making sure that you have the appropriate space cushion also helps you establish your following time as you begin to move forward. So, when you're stopped in traffic, think about your personal space and make sure there's the appropriate space cushion between you and the vehicle in front. Commentary point 3 is pretty straightforward. You just count 1, 2, 3 after the vehicle ahead has started to move. When you're stopped in traffic and the vehicle in front of you starts to move, the first thing you do is check your mirrors. Then count 1, 2, 3 and gradually move forward. This helps maintain a safe distance just in case the vehicle ahead of you stops suddenly. It also helps establish your following time of 4 to 6 seconds. So remember, check your mirrors and count 1, 2, 3 after the vehicle ahead has started to move. Our fourth commentary point highlights the importance of following time. Following time is the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. We measure it in seconds and have set standards based on the speed you're traveling. You should maintain 4 to 6 seconds following time for speeds up to 30 miles per hour and 6 to 8 seconds for speeds over 30 miles per hour. This allows you enough time to adjust your speed and reestablish your following time. Optimum following time keeps you from becoming fixated on the vehicle in front, worrying about how close you might be. Instead, you have the space cushion to safely and quickly move your eyes to the mirrors and down the road to recognize upcoming hazards. To verify your following time, select a stationary item such as a utility pole. As the vehicle in front of you passes that stationary item, count the number of seconds it takes until the front of your vehicle reaches that stationary item. It should be 4 to 6 seconds for speeds up to 30 miles per hour and 6 to 8 seconds for speeds over 30 miles per hour. Proper following time allows you to evaluate and adjust your speed to changing conditions. Commentary point 5 is 8 to 12 seconds eye lead time. Eye lead time is your ability to look down the road and assess conditions ahead of you. Proper eye lead time helps you center the vehicle and maintain your lane of travel. 8 to 12 seconds of eye lead time can be established a couple of different ways. In the city, your eyes should be focused approximately 1 block ahead. On the open highway or in the country, maintain 8 to 12 seconds of eye lead time. This is the best way to keep your eyes ahead of your wheels and is the depth at which your eyes should be focused most of the time. To verify your eye lead time, select a stationary item ahead of you, such as an overhead bridge. As you approach it, count the number of seconds it takes you to reach that point. The proper time should be 8 to 12 seconds. Anything less means you need to look further down the road. You should periodically check your eye lead time to ensure you're looking 8 to 12 seconds down the road. And you should reestablish your eye lead time after completing a turn. The sixth commentary point is scan steering wheels. Parked vehicles, both curbside and in parking lots, can be a potential hazard. When driving, you can anticipate any problems by scanning steering wheels to see if the vehicles are occupied. If they're occupied, be aware the driver may open the door and exit or pull out of the parking space. Another way to check for occupants is to look for brake lights, turn signals, vehicle exhaust, turned out wheels, open windows, open trunks, and people around the vehicle. In general, any sign of life. If you're unable to tell, treat it as an occupied vehicle and exercise caution. When traveling on a one-way street with vehicles parked on both sides, you'll need to scan both sides of the street. So when driving, remember to scan steering wheels and look for signs of life. You'll be able to anticipate potential hazards. Stale green lights is our 7th commentary point. A stale green light is a traffic light you did not see turn green, or has been green for a while. In either situation, you're not sure of when the light will change from green to yellow to red. It could happen at any time. With that in mind, you must establish a point of decision. As you approach the intersection, it's an imaginary line that you set between the front of your vehicle and the crosswalk or stop line. Establishing this imaginary line gives you adequate time and space to stop safely. It's very important to remember that your point of decision, the imaginary line, is based on the speed of your vehicle, loaded weight, road conditions, and weather. If you're behind the imaginary line and the light changes, you must decelerate and come to a stop. Always check your mirrors prior to applying the brakes. If there's a vehicle behind you, tap the brake to signal your intention to stop. If you've reached the imaginary line, you must make a decision to ease off the accelerator and prepare to stop, or proceed smoothly through the intersection. In either case, do not become fixated on the light. Move your eyes and continue to evaluate hazards as you approach the intersection. Identifying a stale green light and setting a decision point provides you the time and space needed to approach the intersection safely. The 8th commentary point is eye contact. Establishing eye-to-eye contact with pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcycles, and vehicles, PBMVs, can help you avoid hazardous situations. You want them to stay put until you're past the danger point, so it's critical you get their attention. Your horn, lights, and signals are your communication tools to establish eye-to-eye contact. Tapping the horn should get the other person's attention. Only when you establish eye-to-eye contact can you expect others to act in a reasonable and predictable manner. Remember, eye-to-eye contact is the best way to ensure that PBMVs will react in a reasonable and predictable manner. Also, be sure to check your mirrors to ensure you've cleared them safely. Why is eye-to-eye contact important? Eye-to-eye contact with pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcycles, and vehicles, PBMVs, can help you avoid hazardous situations. How do you make eye-to-eye contact? Use your horn, lights, and signals to establish eye-to-eye contact. Pulling from curb is commentary point 9. Prior to pulling out from the curb, check to make sure there are no curbside hazards. Next, turn on your traffic side signal and check your mirrors. Glance over your left shoulder to ensure there are no hazards in your blind spot, and pull out from the curb. As you're pulling out, be aware of your vehicle's tail swing by checking your right mirrors. This occurs when the rear portion of the vehicle swings in the opposite direction you're turning. Due to the length of your vehicle, too much tail swing may result in a crash. So remember to check your curbside and right side mirrors. Activate your left turn signal. Check your left mirrors and glance over your left shoulder to ensure there are no hazards in your blind spot. Then check your right mirrors to be aware of your tail swing. That's how you pull out from the curb safely and focus on where the potential hazards are. Our 10th and final commentary point is use of mirrors. You should check your mirrors every 5 to 8 seconds. When checking, do not move your eyes from mirror to mirror. Remember to use the triangle viewing method. This method keeps your eyes moving in a triangular pattern. From front to left mirror, back to the front in a sweeping motion, then to the right mirror, and to the front again. The triangle viewing method provides visibility around your vehicle, ensuring you're fully aware of any potential hazards. You must also check your mirrors in the following situations: starting up at an intersection, starting up when stopped in traffic, after you've cleared an intersection, when pulling out from the curb, and after passing a pedestrian or cyclist. Keep checking your mirrors every 5 to 8 seconds, and you'll have a clear picture of what's going on around your vehicle.